and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to today's video, another Vlogmas. Now I actually wasn't sure whether to do this as a Vlogmas video or not, but I didn't have time to film it before Vlogmas and I thought it would be one that would be quite beneficial for you guys. So today's video is meet the horses, which I haven't filmed in ages, and since the last time I filmed it we've gained like 5 horses, so I thought it needed filming, but I didn't really think it was a Vlogmas video, but whatever. Obviously with gaining 5 horses since last time, I thought I needed to do a video like this, but yeah, I don't know, I just didn't really think it was a Vlogmas video, but whatever. I thought with new subscribers and everything else that it did need to happen. So yeah, I have managed to get up to 10 horses. So I say 10 horses. 2 of them are foals, aren't you guys? It's dark in there, but there. So yeah, we've got 10 horses. 5 of them are in work. Yeah, 5 in work. 5 obviously not, but yeah, I thought I would talk you through them all, so you guys aren't confused by all these different horses in the videos. First up is who thinks he is the king of the yard, don't you? Yes. Do I trust you for not biting me? I don't think I do. So this is Bond. I'm doing the home yard first if you can't tell, but yeah, this is Bond. Bond is, well, he's 4, but he's coming 5, so he'll be 5 in January, won't you? For a 5-year-old. I've had him since, I want to say, April this year, so not that long. No, April last year. I've had him over a year. When did I buy you? We bought him as a 3-year-old, so yeah, I've had him a year and a half, I'd say now. I actually worked on the yard where he was broken in, so I was there while he was broken in. We went for a hack. I think I did your second hack ever. Yes. And he came to the yard. We actually bought him from the same place that we bought Pixie from, which is also the woman that we use the arena from over the road. So she literally lives across the road from me. And obviously I knew he was one of her horses, and I saw him and I just fell in love. She had his, I don't know if it's his full brother or his half brother, about, well, 2-3 years ago now when we bought Pixie. Probably longer than that now, but I wanted his brother instead of Pixie. It was my mum that actually pushed us getting Pixie. So yeah, when I found out that he was related to him and he didn't have any problems, the other one had a couple of problems, I was in love and I am so glad. So Bond was actually bought by Jamie, who, if you don't know, is my boyfriend. My parents at the time weren't wanting to buy a horse, so I jokingly asked Jamie if he wanted to buy a horse and he said yes. So that is how we ended up with you, isn't it? Yes, and he is quite a green 4-year-old really. Just probably the second half of this season he has started to do bits and bobs and been really cool really. He's done a couple of competitions. I don't know what you're doing to my head. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, he's done a couple of competitions and been really good. He is just starting to show us a bit of his cheeky side, aren't you? You're trying it on with me a bit. But yeah, the aim with him is to hopefully event him a bit next year, maybe do a few 80s, maybe aim for the young event horse classes. I'm not sure yet. Obviously it completely depends how he comes out next season, but can I don't mind my ears, it's cold. But yeah, he is one that I am going to have to sell either end of next year or the following year. I would love to keep him because he's probably the most nice quality, most potential horse I own, but Jamie will not let me keep him. He wants the money back out of you, which is fair enough, but very upsetting for me. What have you got? You've got a crusty chin where you've been having lick. disgusting. We're both staring at something, so I don't know why. But let's move on to the next one, otherwise this video is going to be super, super long. Is the foals, and we will start with Echo because we got Echo before Elle. So you probably know a bit about Echo if you've watched my recent videos, although her video didn't get many views and I got a copyright strike on it. I don't know how, because I thought I'd use non-copyright music, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, I'll do a brief thing on the foals because both their videos of me getting them and lots of information about them is up fairly recently. But this is Echo. She is a plain bay, I think she was born in May, so 7-month-old foal now. She is going to be a big horse. No, I'm not talking about you yet. Her mum was like 16'3" and quite like a leg in each corner type. So I think she's going to be quite big, probably too big for me. So you might have to be one that we sell at 4, but I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. She is by Rouge de Ravel, which is a very nice show jump gelding, isn't it? Stallion. Can't have babies if he's a gelding. What am I on about? So yeah, obviously with her being a foal, she's literally gonna hopefully be turned away until she's 3. Do a little bit when she's 3 and then turn back away till she's 4. So yeah, I don't know if you'll see a great deal of her, but she's fun to come and play with, aren't you girls? And then we have my little favourite, the little favourite, Elle. So, oh yeah, we also bought Echo off an auction. It was called the Equa auction, I believe. So we bought her off there. So my dad actually bought her, and we didn't really know that much information about her. And then we also got Elle off that auction, who is the other little foal. She is a lot smaller. Yeah, we also bought her off there, and my dad just did not look, or it didn't say or something, at how big they would make. So Elle is tiny. She's like my little pet, aren't you? You're my little pet, and she has cuddles all the time. Don't you? You've got a pooey wheelie face, and that's a bit gross. So yeah, Elle is like a little baby. She is a month younger than Echo, so I believe she's just over 6 months. Yes, you are, aren't you? And she's just so cute. She actually did the like foal grading stuff, and she's a gold graded foal, so that's good. But yeah, I think she'll make like 14 too, which is fine because me and my mum are small. Size does not really matter to us too much. We're both about 5'3", but yeah, at the moment you're just like my little pet. My mum used to breed Section A foals, and she says like she doesn't really look much bigger than them, but you will be, I hope. You will be, I hope. And she is called Maestagerian Elegance, and you are by Hilcom's Gold Car, which is a nice dun Connemara stallion. And her mummy, not sure what her mummy was, but she was a bit smaller, so yeah, I'm hoping she'll make somewhere in the middle. And your full name's TSH Arbonic, isn't it? Which means special in Cornish. But yeah, that is the foals. Can you move out my way, Echo? Stood right in front of the door. Oh, look at that dusty bottom. I need to get these guys some rugs, it's quite cold. I have actually ordered some, I'm waiting on them coming. But yes, next horsey. Next up, we have Phoenix. Now, you're not going to come and say hi, are you? Don't want to come and say hi? No, not really. I'll just talk while she's in the background. So Phoenix, we have had, I want to say about 4 or 5 years now. Probably more like 5. I'm not sure. I should have looked at all this stuff before I filmed this video. But yes, so if you don't know, if you are a newer subscriber, we actually bought Phoenix for me, and I did say 3 seasons on her, maybe 2. I think I did 3 of Hundreds of Novices, and don't get me wrong, she was really good. Dressage was fairly average. Show jumping was not great. She is just naturally not a careful jumper. We have tried and tried with exercises and stuff to try and make her jump better and to use herself better. And yeah, we just weren't really getting anywhere. And then cross country, she is really cool. Like 9 times out of 10 we'd go double clear inside the time. Not double clear, clear inside the time, cross country. But yeah, it just got to a point. I'd done 2 seasons of novices on her, I think, and we tried to do a 2-star, and she just like knocked more poles than she kept up. And I was plowing all this money into entries, training and everything, and she just got no better over the 3 years. So she's 15 now, so with her being that old, and obviously it's much harder to change a horse's way of going at that point, we just decided it would be best if she stepped down a bit, which actually worked out perfectly for my mum, because you don't remember we had a horse called Duncan, and he was just a bit of a nutter to jump. And my mum isn't the most confident rider anyway. So it worked out really well that then she had Phoenix, and Phoenix is like the most genuine horse, just not the most careful. So it's done my mum and Phoenix really good. They are loving life, doing 90s, and they're actually stepping up to do a couple of 100s. But yeah, it just fell really well with Phoenix that it worked out with perfect timing for my mum as well. So yeah, that is Phoenix. Can't see her. She's not interested in me. Don't feel like I've said much about you. Her show name is Fire of Independence, which is quite funky, isn't it, Phoenix? Phoenix is not interested at all. But yeah, that is Phoenix. Phoenix's feet are terrible. We have to put pads and stuff on, and sometimes her feet still aren't great with that. So we've had a lot of issues with her feet over the years as well. So just a combination of stuff meant she wasn't really right for the higher levels. And she has now got the perfect job with my mum, and my mum loves having fun on her. So that is them, and that is the home yard. And I'll take you over the road to where the other 6 are. Right, hello, welcome back to this video. Now, I will admit, I am not filming this on the same day. I got caught up filming a different video the day I started filming this video, but I'm now back to carry on, and I am over the road with all the other horses. So first up, sorry if you can hear 2 naughty doggies running around. We're running around like idiots, aren't we? Yeah, they're just belting around. But next up is Porsha, isn't it? Oh, don't be grumpy. Don't be grumpy. So Porsha, if you don't know, is a 4-year-old rising 5 this time round. We originally bought her as a companion for Kira, actually, when we didn't have this many horses. We definitely don't need a companion now. But ended up, we broke her in at the yard I used to work at, and she was actually really sweet. So we've done a few little bits and bobs, but Porsha is a pure thoroughbred, but she's really sweet, to be fair. I think like anyone could ride her, but she is one that will have to be sold, unfortunately, won't you? So hopefully looking to sell her in the new year, which is quite sad, as you've been a really good girlie, but I can't keep them all, and she's not much use to me for eventing, really, are you? Not really. You're not a born eventer, are you? But I think she'll make a really sweet BS pony for someone. She absolutely loves her jumping and is really speedy. So yeah, that is Porsha. She's a pure thoroughbred. I don't really know a lot about the thoroughbred breeding, so I'm not going to tell you how she's bred. But basically, we bought her straight off the breeders. It was a race yard, and she didn't quite make the height for them for racing. So you came to me, didn't you? Yes, and you don't like loves, so I won't try and love you. You'll probably bite me in a minute. But yeah, that is Porsha. I think that's everything I need to say about you. You're quite an easy one, aren't you? Yes. And I've come round the back to the barn. Now, if you have followed my channel for any length of time, you should definitely know these two faces. Naughty Kira and Pixie. Pixie Pony. So I'll talk about Kira first. Now, Kira, we have had the longest. I think we have had you... Sorry, that's Pixie. I think how long I've had her now. It must be like 7 or 8 years. But yeah, Kira was my first horse. She's about 15 too, so she's not overly big. But we bought her straight off my Connemara, and you were quite a step up in the fact that she is quite naughty. So Kira, if you haven't followed her, we tried to event her for, I want to say, 2 or 3 years, and she got some really good results, but was very inconsistent. So we sacked off the eventing, realised that eventing was not for Kira. Tried show jumping, that didn't go to plan either. We did all like the pony club teams and stuff, and honestly, she is so talented. She jumps everything absolutely huge, and she's got really nice paces, but she just has not got the right brain for it. So as much as I love Kira, you're a little bit useless, aren't you? I tried hunting with her and she went over backwards. So then last year we decided enough was enough, let's try and get her in foal. And that didn't happen either. You were not having any of it. She would not come into season, even though she's in season all the time usually. So yeah, she would not be bred with. You are pretty much, she's unsaleable because she hasn't got a job and she's quite naughty. So we are now just trying, I've brought her back into work. We're going to try show jumping again. She's had 2 years now on and off, so I'm hoping it's long enough of a break that we can kind of restart her again and just see how it goes. If not, I think you will have to hunt, because as much as you weren't great, I think it's the only thing that she'll really do. So yeah, Kira is one that will stay forever because we couldn't sell her. There's like no job for her out there, and we don't want her getting passed around. So yeah, that is Kira. Kira's by Primitive Proposal, which is quite a well-known stallion, if you've heard of him, and she's out of a Section D mare, so she's a bit of a funny cross, thoroughbred cross Welsh D. She looks a bit like a Connie, don't you? Yes. And yeah, she's like so naughty and difficult to deal with. She won't be stabled, hence she's in the barn. She weaves and turns herself inside out in the stable, but she's like because I've had her so long, like she's just my fun horse. I love riding her as much as you are very naughty, but like she doesn't bother me in the slightest. I've had her for so long now, I know her inside out. But anyway, that is Kira. And then next up, she was just over here, she's now decided to walk off, is Pixie. Now Pixie you should have seen if you've been following my channel. She is my main event horse. We bought her as a just backed 4-year-old, I think 2 years ago now. 2 years ago? Yeah, you're rising 7, so just over 2 years ago. But yeah, Pixie was bought from the same woman as Bond, which is literally over the road, which is also the person we use the arena off if I do any videos riding in the arena. Oh nice, we're going for a wee-wee. So yeah, Pixie is extremely cold backed. Through winter she is a nightmare, but through summer she's a dream. So yeah, she's also quite a difficult one to manage. She's currently in the barn with Kira, mainly because I wanted to crack on with Bond, and she's a little bit, I won't go as far as stressy, but she shouts a bit in a stable, and she's quite good for Kira because she doesn't really let her stress. She like won't let her stand at the front of the barn weaving. So for now, it's working quite well having them in the barn together. They're quite sweet together, really, aren't you? So Pixie's rising 7. She did a season of pretty much just 100s last year. If you watched my event season roundup, you can see how she did last year. It was quite a mixed season, wasn't it? But yeah, the plan with Pixie is to do some couple of 100s at the start of next season, then hopefully step up to novice, and depending how that goes will kind of depend whether she's sold or not. We're not sure, are we? Obviously I find her quite a difficult horse to manage. Our setup is not ideal, and I don't know how long it will be before we move into the new house and like get everything sorted. So yeah, we're not sure about you, are we? If she comes out and wows me next season and is amazing, and I think she can go up the levels, we'll most likely keep her. If she's not, well, obviously she needs good results to sell, but if she's not anything special, then you potentially might be sold, because I want one really that's going to go up the levels. So if we sell her, Bond's got to be sold, as I think I've said in this video, then we might have a bit of money to put towards a nice event horse. But yeah, Pixie is Master Imp line. She's by Golden Master. Master Imp's the granddad of him. No, her granddad. I'm getting it all confused. But yeah, that is these two, and I think I've said everything I need to say about them. So let's go on to the next one. So next up is one of my favourites. I don't think I actually did a video of when I got her. I think she will have featured in the updates video I did when I started uploading again. But it's Paprika. Paprika. I'm not sure about this camera malarkey. Paprika is one that we also bought off the auction that we got the foals off. She is a lovely, lovely 2-year-old, rising 3 this time round, so she'll do a little bit of light work next year, nothing major. I do try and back them when they're 3 and then turn them away till they're 4. So yeah, this is Paprika. She's quite similar looking to Bond. My boyfriend, who isn't overly horsey, gets them mixed up, but obviously being horsey, they're not actually that similar. So yeah, she is by Grandorado, which is a very nice show jumping stallion, and you're beautiful, aren't you? She has been turned away for winter. I'm going to do another video on what's happening with her, because we're not doing the best, are we, Paprika? But that'll be another video, so look out for that one. But yeah, she's really, really sweet. I cannot wait to do a bit with her, because she's probably the most chilled 3-year-old, well, 2-year-old ever. You're so good, aren't you? So yeah, that is Paprika. There's not loads to say about her, because obviously she hasn't done anything. But she's just really sweet, and I cannot wait to do a bit with her. And then I'm just walking out to the field to potentially show you the slightly more boring horses. Well, they are boring, they are the future. So first up, I'm not going to get too close because she will just walk away from me, is Woo Woo. She's behind me there. So Woo, we have had a couple of months now. We actually got kind of given her by a lovely lady that I work for, and she had too many broodmares and needed to get rid of one. Hence, we ended up with Woo. We must have had you since spring now. Woo stands at the hay all day and does not move. Woo's very fat, so Woo is wintering out, and yeah, she is a really easy broodmare. She is in foal to Comfort, who is again a really nice show jumping stallion, so I will include some pictures of him. I might have a video of him actually. We went to the stallion show and saw him there, so I will include that if I can find it. But yeah, Woo is a nice big, she must be about 16.2, 16.3, pure thoroughbred again. She's an Irish thoroughbred, a bit more traditional lines, and yeah, so she is due in end of April, I believe. So yeah, she will just be probably put back in foal again next year, and then probably have the following year off. But very excited for your baby next year. I'm gonna leave her to eat now, because she's not, I mean, she's friendly enough, I can catch her and do stuff with her, but she's not overly keen on human attention. So I'm going to go and find the other broodmare, because they're out in the field, and she doesn't just stand at the hay all day, she actually goes and eats grass. So let's go and get her. Last of the squad is Megan. Are you going to come and say hi? Or just walk straight past me? Okay. That's nice, isn't it? So Megan, we again haven't had for very long. She is obviously a broodmare again. We've had, I want to say 3 months now. I say 3 months now. So we bought her in foal. She is in foal to a Connemara stallion called Magic Morris. If you want to see pictures of him, I included some in my updates video, so go and watch that one. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's the first video I uploaded after the little break. So you can go and have a look if you want to see him. But she is, again, a pure thoroughbred. She is very, well, not very similar, but she's got very similar markings to Woo. They're quite similar. So she is actually, how old are you? I think you're becoming 6 next time round. Woo's coming 11, I think. Woo is a career broodmare, so she has never been ridden. Whereas Megan was at a race yard and she had a bad accident. Now, the woman that bought her off the race yard is who we bought her off, and they would not tell her what happened to her. But she's got a massive scar in her armpit, and then the woman that we bought her off obviously bought her off the race yard, and she just was really stressed about being ridden. She tried with her for about a year, I think, and then realised it wasn't going to happen. Whatever has happened to her has completely traumatised her. So she put her in foal, but didn't really want to have a broodmare herself, hence we bought her. So yeah, that is Megan. She's a little bit of a stress head. She doesn't come in because, again, she weaves a little bit. Rusty, you're going to be absolutely filthy, and we've got to go in Mummy's house. She's going to kill me. At least Marley's not getting dirty. So yeah, that is Megan. She's walking away from me. I think she's had enough. And again, probably the same as we'll put her back in foal next year after she's hopefully had her foal, which I think she's due beginning of May. So there should be 2 foals coming in quite quick succession, and then probably have the following year off breeding. So yeah, that is Megan, and I think that is everything I need to tell you about everyone. I've tried to summarise it as quickly as I can, but I don't know if I've said everything that I need to say. But hopefully that gives you more of an insight into all the horses. Again, didn't really want to include this in Vlogmas, but didn't get it out before because there was a few videos that I needed to get out before. So it is included in Vlogmas, but it's one that I think you guys needed to hopefully understand a bit more and know all the horses. But so yeah, I hope it has been somewhat insightful to you. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you all for watching. I'm sure it has been a long enough one. I could talk about my horses all day because I love you all. Paprika snoozing in the background. She's actually broken out of her field. I have a bud back. Again, we'll explain in a different video, so look out for that one. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, because the like and the comments especially really help me out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.